Welcome to Black Owned Spotlight. I'm your host, Darnell Beckford. Welcome to Season 2. I want to thank everybody for nothing but your love and support. If you haven't checked out Season 1, check out Season 1. And I want to thank all the businesses for showing us nothing but love and support. You know what it is? Roll the highlights. Welcome to Black Owned Spotlight. This episode is very special. I have none other than DJ SEEBIRDGO and our mom, LaShonda. How you ladies doing today?
Doing well, thank you.
We are wonderful.
My God, this is such an honor because you guys are just the perfect duo. It's something we've never seen before, a mom and daughter duo. So this is great for me. So my first question to you is, Miss SEEBIRDGO, is how did you get started specifically in music and especially as a DJ?
So my musical journey actually started as a rapper. I started as a hip hop artist. I used to record and make music, and something called the pandemic happened. And I wasn't able to perform out in the world anymore. And so I took to DJing because it was always something that I wanted to get into.
And Mom, for you, when did you notice her talents as a DJ and you was like, oh, I think we got something here?
Well, actually, I've noticed her talent from when she was much, much younger. She's always been musically inclined. She can hear a song and kind of play it on the piano. She's always been into different types of music. And so when she was growing up, I would teach her what a contralto was and all these different musical things as we were driving in this car to school. And so she's always been surrounded by music, and it didn't surprise me when she told me one day that, hey, I want to be a DJ. I was like, okay, go for it.
I remember calling you when I was about to buy my gear. I was so nervous when I first bought my professional equipment, because at the time it was expensive, and I was like, okay, I'm spending this money on this thing. I really need to use this stuff. So I consulted her. I was like, okay, I'm buying the controller, which is, I still have it to this day. I still use it from time to time, and my speakers, my pro speakers, and just all the little things you need to get started. But I remember being on the phone like, oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. You're like, go for it. Yeah, you were like, go for it. Yeah. And that was all I needed to hear to get.
And then from that, how long? First of all, how did you get the name SEEBIRD? What's the meaning behind that name?
Okay, that's a great question. So I got the nickname Bird in college. My best friend named me Bird because I'm fly.
She's fly. She's just fly,
you know. So it just stuck. It was one of those things that grew with me even as a young adult. Most people know me as Bird. And so when Instagram came around, I was like, man, I need an Instagram name. And I've always loved Dr. Seuss and rhyming and that kind of thing. So I was like, oh, I like the name SEEBIRDGO. So that was my Instagram name. And once I started performing out in the world, people just assumed that was my artist name. So much so to the point where my first show, they just took my Instagram name and put it on the flyer without even asking me what my name was. And I was like, I think that's my name now. I think we got something. So yeah, that's where my name came from.
And Mom, of course, you being her manager. So how do you delegate between, okay, this is my client, but also my daughter. I'm also her manager. I'm also her mom.
That's a great question.
How do you guys delegate without getting those lines crossed?
Yeah. That's a great question. So first, I probably get on her nerves, you know, as mom and as manager. I'm sure I get on her nerves, but we have such a great relationship. We're friends. We've been friends for a very long time, and so when she actually came to me to ask me to manage her, she had seen me working with other people and needed help. It was really, really easy for me to just step in, and sometimes I have to hold back because I am mom, but my protection of her isn't from a mother-daughter perspective. It's as a business owner and as a woman business owner. There are things as women that we experience that are unique to women, unique to Black women. And so for me, I always want to make sure that she's set up for success, and also that people respect her, because any room we walk into, you have to respect us. You have to respect us first for professionalism, but actually respect us as women. Right. So for me, clear line right there. And then we have to cut off our business time and say, okay, we're done with business. Okay, let's have fun. Let's go shopping. Let's go out to dinner. So it's really easy because we started as mother and daughter, but we're friends to the core. And I believe she really trusts me.
And I think it starts with intentionality too. One thing that we have that's kind of transformed, but we have like a fun day. Our fun day used to be Fridays. We would hang out on Fridays. That was our day to, you know, go do stuff and just enjoy. So I think that is a big part of us being able to maintain our relationship, all our different relationships.
Right.
Yeah, and have the balance of that, because sometimes people don't realize how important it is to work hard, because we work really hard, and then to also play. And so I'm big on that for her. Like if she's been working really hard, I'm like, okay, you need a day off. You need to go do something for yourself. You need to have away time for yourself, and just making sure that she's straight. And that's just across the board.
That's great, because it definitely does show in your clips on Instagram that you guys are dancing, having a good time, like different reels and stuff. I'm like, okay,
we dance now. That's our thing. That's our thing. We love
music, and I'm dance. I want to dance wherever I am, and if she's playing, I definitely am going to be dancing.
Oh, for sure, right in the front,
right in the front. Yes.
So, Seabird, so what is your specialty in terms of like mixing? Is there a particular type of music you like to mix, or is it kind of like whatever you're feeling the vibe of? You like, let me just mix it in with some hip hop or some Afro beats. What is your specialty in terms of mixing?
Oh man, my specialty is a melange. I like to throw it all together, put it in a blender, and then here you go. Usually, the way I play usually starts from what I'm inspired by. It might be a song of the day or a song of the week that usually will guide me. But if I have, an event that has specific parameters, you know, it might be like a couple weeks ago, I had a 90s party where they had B-boys and B-girls, and they wanted strictly 90s, that oomps, like, you know, dance, 90s music, the skating ring bops and all that. So I flowed within that parameter. But naturally, I'm drawn to remixes. I love dope remixes. I like familiar music, but in a fresh kind of way. I really love Afro beats. I really love Amapiano. I love electronic music, but groovy electronic.
Yeah.
Not that techno that you gotta like, you know,
take a break from. That you need drugs to listen to.
Right, like you know. That's not really my speed. I can play it, but those are the things that I love and enjoy. So, what's the term that I call myself?
Well, I call her a world music DJ because she's really great at playing all types of music. There aren't very many DJs that can play different genres well, and she does an excellent job. I will have to say that. I call her the queen of transitions, because when it comes to transitions, she does her thing and smoothly. And I love seeing people react to her. Like, that's one of my highs, you know, working with her, is watching people on the dance floor, like, lose it. Like, oh my gosh. And, you know, just go crazy when she does, like, such a unique or smooth transition. So, yeah, I call her world music DJ. What you call yourself?
I love it. I love it.
I mean, you can call yourself something else.
I could.
Hey, you might as well change his name to DJ World.
Yeah.
DJ World. Drop a bomb after that, though.
Yeah.
World. I love that. I love that.
And Mom, as a manager, what are the things that you never thought you knew regarding to managing your daughter as a DJ, that you never thought, like, I never knew I had to do this, I never knew I had to do that, this is a lot. So what are the kind of like the things as a manager you didn't expect that you have to do, but now you kind of like learning as you go?
Well, that's a great question. My skill sets lend to a lot of different things, from styling to creative direction to business management, business coaching. I have all of those skill sets, but I would definitely have to say the thing that has surprised me the most is having to help her lift equipment. I am like so fragile. Like, oh my God, am I gonna break my nails? But honestly, that's been it. Like, professionally, I've experienced so much, which is a blessing to and for her in my career and businesses that I've had. So that's been really easy. But it's been like the physical lifting speakers, and
it's a lot.
It's a lot. And I tell people all the time, because they think, oh, you know how to plug things in, you know what to do. And I'm like, actually, I don't. I don't get paid for that part. So I just enjoy, you know, being on the ground with her. But the physical part of setting up her spaces when she walks into them is tough. Yeah, for me.
And for you, Seabird, what events do you guys do, and how do the people try to book you and say, hey, I want you for this particular event? Could you only play this particular music? Is it by request, or is it by like, you know what, this is what you get?
Okay. That's a layered question.
Yes,
I think I'll start with the types of events. It's amazing what you can do as a DJ. I've done the Bank of America Stadium. I've done Charlotte FC for the football club. I've done
Dreamville.
I've done Dreamville Festival, which is hip hop related.
Yeah.
I have the ability to flow in different spaces, so I do corporate things. I do
birthday parties.
I've done 65th birthday parties. I've done
weddings.
I did a Hanukkah party one time.
A Laotian wedding.
wedding.
We had no clue about the music, but she had to get in there and learn it really quickly for the event.
Mm-hmm.
You do a lot of different events. And so,
I DJ for other artists as well, too.
Oh, wow.
I was going to say
there are a few hip-hop artists that I DJ for, so I help them, put together their set, and then we'll, run through it and, get the sync up right so that we can, rock a show.
Can you name like a few of the artists that you help set up their sets?
A local artist that you all may be familiar with is Wells. His new name is Leroy. He's been dropping some dope stuff. I've worked with Ruben Vincent. I did some stuff for him for Dreamville. Who else? Indigo Joe is another local artist.
You work with a lot of different people.
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting too, in the time that we spend DJing, because she does DJ full time, and she is booked out at least 4 to 5 times a week, every week, not sometimes, every week. It's really hard to remember everyone that she
It is.
Seriously, because we recently were putting together some stuff for her for a bio, and going through the last year, she was booked some days, sometimes twice a day. You're booked twice this Saturday coming up, actually. So she's really booked. So it's hard to remember every person that you.
I'm in museums. I've done the Mint Museum. I'm just open. The Beckler Museum. I'm just open to creating soundscapes for different spaces. This is so fun to me. They'll come to me and say, hey, this is our theme. Like for the Beckler, as an example, they had a fire and ice theme. There was an Icelandic artist who was showcasing their work on the 3rd floor. So they designed the whole museum to outfit this fire and ice theme. They had belly dancers. They had
ice chair.
A chair made out of ice.
Yes.
Like a
face painter.
Right. Snake charmers.
It was awesome.
Just amazing setup. And so I came in there, with a certain lane to work with the music and just have fun with it. Yeah.
And here's a question for both of you guys. And so one of my questions is, how do you guys not to get creativity burned out? Because I know that's probably like a lot, because you guys do a lot.
I'll let you take that.
Let me take that.
Yeah, take that.
I'm going to be real. I'm still learning that. As a entrepreneur and being passionate about what I do, I put a lot of effort and energy into it. And lately, what I've had to do to maintain the balance is check in with myself. Just actually ask myself, how do you feel today?
Right.
And when it comes to projects that may come my way or events that may come my way, I don't have the capacity to take everything. And I'm very discerning about the things that I take on. It has to be something that I, am excited about and want to do. And I think that's a big way that keeps me level-headed and grounded.
I'll keep her level-headed and grounded as well.
Yeah, you do.
And I'm like,
you do.
You
really
for
do.
sure,
You
for
do.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure. But I could definitely say that you do a good job of that. I always know when she's tired, when she pulls back, like when she's not wanting to really be active on social media, for example, when we just don't talk for a day or two. I know that she's resting. She knows that I'm resting. We're big sleepers.
Right.
We happen to be the same sign. We're Pisces, and Pisces like to sleep. So we're big sleepers. We typically don't play about our sleep. And like I said earlier, as much as we like to do what we love in this space and are blessed to be able to do that, we know that you can work hard, but you also have to rest. And for me, watching her, there's just no in between. I don't let her get too far from making sure that she's taking care of herself. And I think the same for me. Like every day she's like, what did you eat? What did you eat?
Right.
So we're always making sure we're eating, because if we're not replenishing our body with the right food, water, all of those things, she can't be at her best. I can't be at my best. And I get hangry, for real. Moody when I don't eat. So it's all of those things. But I think that we're really very conscious, because I always want her to be at her best, because when she's at her best, she can give the people their best. And that's what our clients are paying for. So yeah, we take that part real seriously.
That's great. To go back to one of your answers earlier about representation, especially being a black and a black woman in this industry, I feel like there's a lack of representation when it comes to DJing, and as not only DJing but as well as female artists. And now you're seeing the trend of female artists taking that rise up. Do you feel like you guys are pioneers, not only you, SEEBIRDGO, as a DJ and Mom as a manager, but do you guys feel like, hey, we can open some doors for parents to have their child and then nourish their talents? And also, in terms of entertainment, would you guys want to see more representation of female DJs in the industry?
Yeah, so I'll take that. So talent management has been around for a long time. So this is nothing new. Usher's mom manages him and had done that for many years. Burna Boy's mother manages them. I think, having someone that you can trust is first and foremost. And so I think that's a big bond for us, is that she trusts me and I trust her. As far as others in the industry, what I have found time and time again is people love to see the results, right? So they see that she's busy, they see her professionalism, and they don't realize that it takes a team to build that. A lot of artists are out here struggling, and they don't understand the idea that when you are able to sit in your craft and create and not have to worry about the negotiations, the contracts, the schedules. I manage all of that for her. You get to be at your best, your fullest. And so I think we both agree, because we've been talking about this lately, because we see a lot of people that need help but are reluctant to open themselves up to it. But again, I said to her, and I looked her in her face and I said, how are you going to get to the next level if you don't actually bring in the help? And so when people deal with her, they come through me first to deal with her, but she's a part of the process always. And I think that a lot of artists may be reluctant to give that up, or don't understand the value in having someone represent you. You can't just roll up on her and bombard her with questions and processes. She'll say, speak to my manager. And I think you like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
It takes a lot of pressure off of me. Then I can focus my energy on the creation and, performing. Because it takes a lot. I'm an introvert by nature. So for me to, present in an extroverted way, you gotta level up and get on stage.
And I push her. I push her to do that for times when she needs to be there. But when she's on stage, she's SEEBIRDGO. But, behind closed doors, we're head down, figuring out numbers, figuring out things, processes, things we want to accomplish, month to month. Mm-hmm. And so, again, love to see more people take what they do seriously and bring in help to help them go to the next level. I talk to so many people who want to hire me and like the idea of it, but lack the communication, lack the, seriousness of understanding that when you hand someone your baby, you're not giving the baby away. Right. It's like the nanny. You're just giving your baby to the nanny to take care of, to allow you to be able to do other things. And so there's value in representation and having a manager to make sure you stay focused and you get paid what you're supposed to get paid. Right. Because a lot of people are on the struggle bus because they don't have anyone to talk for them and make sure that everything is in order when they step into performing or whatever it is they do.
And the last question I want to ask to both of you guys can think about it.
Okay.
What does Black excellence mean to you guys? And what advice would you give to someone who wants to be a DJ or be in the entertainment industry and also be a manager who's also their parent? Because not a lot of times that doesn't really coexist. You see a lot of people that are parents and their managers, but take advantage of their kids and not really, give their just due. Mm-hmm. So what advice would you give to those people, and what does Black excellence mean to you?
So for me, Black excellence means showing up in your true, authentic self, being professional, being mindful of the people that you're serving in terms of how you're putting your talent out into the world. It's about partnerships and being open to collaborating. None of us gets where we're going without someone else. And people who believe that, they don't get very far. And so Black excellence just means being your authentic self, but also knowing that it's a long road, it's a hard road, it's not an easy road, and having support systems around you to make you shine and help you grow and elevate to the next level.
That was beautifully said. No, I don't think I need to add anything on to that. That was it. That was Black excellence.
Thank you. Yeah,
for sure.
that.
So I'll go ahead and answer the question about where to get started. One of the things that has worked for me in the spaces that I enter is putting myself where I want to be, putting myself where I see myself being. Before I was a DJ, I would go to the events that I could see myself DJing at, and I would watch and I would observe and okay, I like that, I like this. Every single event that I could find that felt like me, I put myself in those spaces, not even really knowing anybody, not even having actual conversations with the people that ran the thing. Just put myself in the space. And what I found is that seeing it helped me to manifest it. There were several opportunities. It's so wild to think about where I went to an event and I was like, oh, this is dope. I could see myself being here. I could see myself spinning there. And then months later, I get invited to do the thing. Another really cool thing on the line of manifestation, because I truly believe in that. As a musician, as a DJ, I curate future playlists for the events that I want to DJ at. I have a selection playlist. I have, tons, at least 20 playlists of dream places that I want to DJ and events I want to do that are already lined up. And a lot of those things have come to fruition because I put the energy out there and I saw myself, doing that thing. So I think that's a really easy first step to getting started, visualizing where you want to be. You need the vision to
know where you're going.
To know where you're going. So
again, thank you guys for just taking the time to sit down with us and allow me to speak with you guys and pick your brain about this duo, mother-daughter duo. I really appreciate it. And before we go, is there anything that you guys want to promote? Any events that you be heading to upcoming?
Yes, so I've just started my own event called All My Friends Are Fly. It's a collaborative event that encompasses music, live art, screen printing of exclusive All My Friends Are Fly gear. I'm actually rocking a jersey. On the back is NJ. But it's a space for people to come and kick it and meet other people and just enjoy yourselves. It's not the typical top 40s music. I like to curate just fresh sounds. It's a dope space. So it's happening every other Wednesday. We have one coming up on July the 3rd at McFly Fresh. It's in collaboration with McFly Fresh. So McFly does the screen printing while I'm mixing music in the front, and people just come and just kick it, just enjoy themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great event.
All right. Again, thank you so much for joining us here in Black Owned Spotlight. Again, I was so excited to see that I got you guys here. I want to shout out to my cousin. She's a huge fan of yours as well.
Awesome.
But also want to shout out to My Chocolate Films. We are filming here at My Chocolate Films. Great staff, great studio. You guys pull up. Photography, filmmaking, content creation. This is the place you need to be. And again, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching us here at Black Owned Spotlight. See you on the next episode.